Welcome back to Thirsty Thursdays. After diving into the pre-Prohibition era classics, we are jumping forward to the modern craft cocktail scene. This week, we have a recent classic that just feels as essential as any vintage recipe. We are shaking up the fall from the tree. This cocktail is a perfect homage to the autumn season. It takes the spirit of a crisp apple orchard and wraps it in a warming blanket of spice. If you loved the Applejack base of the Harvest Moon, this is a great next step. This cocktail maintains the pure apple foundation, but swaps the nutty orgeat for the fiery warmth of cinnamon. It hits notes of bright citrus, deep apple spirit, and the delicate baking spice. The Fall from the Tree is a contemporary classic created in 2019. The creator is Jim Kearns. Jim Kearns is part of the generation that shaped the modern cocktail revival. He worked at iconic institutions like the Pegu Club and Death Co. He was even mentored by the late legendary Sasha Petraske, who pioneered the speakeasy trend in New York. This deep classical training is why his modern cocktails feel so flawless. This cocktail was created at the Happiest Hour in the West Village of New York City. This bar is famous for its mid-century aesthetic, designed to evoke the breezy escapist glamour of 1950s and 60s California and Florida resorts. It's a whimsical place adorned with cartoon palm trees and known for its award-winning Happiest Burger. The name of the bar is a nod to the very concept we discuss every week, that moment of leisure. Creating a cozy, spice-driven cocktail like this in a tropical-themed bar is a fun, intentional contrast. The cocktail itself is rooted firmly in the sour template, a classic three-part structure. But Jim uses a dash of bitters, not just for flavor, but to add texture and depth to the final product. The original recipe, as we're making it today, uses Applejack. Alright, we've traced the DNA of this modern masterpiece and its famous creator. Let's build this beautiful autumn cocktail. We're gonna start off with the backbone, which is 1.5 ounces of Applejack. Applejack is an apple brandy that has been an American spirit staple since colonial times. This rich historical flavor is essential here. Into the shaker it goes. Next, we're adding another layer of apple richness with 1 ounce of cloudy, unsweetened apple cider. This adds body and deepens that orchard flavor without adding excessive sweetness. Then, for our bright tart element, we need a small amount of citrus. Just 1/4 of an ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice is all we need. Lemon is key to preventing this cocktail from becoming too heavy or syrupy. Now for the crucial autumnal flavor, the sweetener. We're using a barspoon of our cinnamon syrup. This gives us that classic warming baking spice note without being gritty like ground cinnamon. And finally, a single dash of Angostura aromatic bitters. This little dash of bitters ties all the ingredients together, adding a subtle complexity. Now let's add some ice. Our shaker's loaded, let's lock it up and shake it like we mean it. Now we're gonna strain this into our coupe glass. And our garnish is going to be a simple but elegant dehydrated apple slice. This gives a beautiful visual element and reminds us exactly what we're drinking. Now let's taste this fall cocktail. That's absolutely comforting. If you enjoy a whiskey sour but want a lighter, fruitier base, this is a must try. If you appreciate the use of spice in your cocktails like a dark and stormy or even a penicillin, this one's for you. This is also for anyone who loves an old-fashioned. The generous measure of apple brandy gives it a spirit-forward structure, but the juice and syrup make it far more approachable than a straight pour. It's a great stepping stone from simple fruit flavors to complex stirred cocktails. If you're a fan of the modern craft scene, trying a cocktail from Jim Kearns is essential to your journey in craft cocktails. It offers sophistication and approachability in one glass. However, if you prefer your cocktails to be intensely tart or dry, the amount of apple cider here might be too rich for you. It's designed to be a comforting, medium-sweet autumn cocktail. Also, if you dislike cinnamon, there's no getting around that flavor here. It's prominent. We've seen some variations use bourbon or scotch as the base if that's more down your alley. The beauty of this recipe is the seamless pairing of apple and cinnamon. Sticking to the apple base gives you the best, most cohesive flavor experience. Ultimately, this cocktail delivers everything it promises. It's a sophisticated take on a comforting, familiar flavor. That's it for this Thirsty Thursday. We hope you enjoyed diving into the history of Jim Kearns and this modern classic. This is proof that the best cocktails are still being invented in today's iconic bars. Find the full ingredient list and step-by-step instructions in the description below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give us a like and hit that subscribe button. It helps us bring you more stories in history every week. Subscribe to join us next time for another classic we know you're gonna love. Until next time, stay thirsty, my friends. Cheers.